to dive into the fire, to ride on the curled clouds to thy strong, bidding task. Arial and all their quality.
Hast thou, spirit, performed to point the tempest that I bade thee?
To every article we boarded the king's ship. Now on the beak, now in the waist, the deck. In every cabin we flamed amazement.
My brave spirit, who is so firm, so constant that this coil would not infect their reason.
All but mariners plunged into the foaming brine, then quit the vessel, then all afire with me. The king's girl Fernanda, with hair up staring. Then like braids, not hair, was the first one that leaped, cried, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here!"
That's my spirit. But are they, Ariel, safe?
Not a hair perished. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. And as thou badest me, in troops I have dispersed them about the isle. The king's girl have I landed by herself, whom I left cooling of the air with sighs.
Of the king's ship,
safely in harbor hid. The mariners all under hatches stowed, who with a charm, joined to their suffered labor, I have left asleep.
Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed, but there's more work. What's the time of day?
Past the mid-season.
At least 2 glasses. The time 'twixt 6 and must by us both be spent most preciously.
Let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed me.
How now? Moody, what is't thou canst demand?
My liberty.
Before the time be out, no more.
I prithee, remember I have done thee worthy service, told thee no lies, made thee no mistaking, served without or grudge or grumbling.
Hast thou, spirit, forgot from what a torment I did free thee?
No, ma'am.
Thou liest, malignant thing, hast thou forgot the foul which sick racks?
No.
For mischiefs manifold and sorceries terrible to enter human hearing, thou knowest was banished.
Aye, ma'am.
This green-eyed hag, hither brought with child, was here left by sailors. Thou, my slave, as thou reportest thyself, was then her servant.
She did confine thee into a cloven pine, within which rift in prison thou didst painfully remain a dozen years.
It was mine art when I arrived and heard thee, that made gape the pine and let thee out.
I thank thee, ma'am.
If thou more murmurest, I will rend an oak and peg thee in his naughty entrails till thou hast howled away 12 winters.
Pardon, master. I will be correspondent to command, and do my spiriting gently.
Do so, and I will discharge thee.
That's my noble master. What shall I do? Say what? What shall I do?
Go make thyself like a nymph of the sea. Be subject to no sight but thine and mine, invisible to every eyeball else. Go take this shape, and hither come in it. Go hence with diligence.
Where should this music be? In the air or the earth? It sounds no more. And sure, it waits upon some god of the island, sitting on a bank, weeping again, the king, my father's wreck. This music crept by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion.
Just remember my dead father.
That doth suffer a sea. What? All so soon asleep? I wish mine eyes would themselves shut up my thoughts. I find they are inclined to do so.
Please you, sir, do not omit the heavy offer of it.
We too, my lord, will guard your person while you take your rest, and watch your safety.
Thank you. Wondrous heavy.
What strange drowsiness possesses them?
It is the quality of the climate.
Why doth it not then our eyelids sink? I find not myself disposed to sleep.
Nor I. My spirits are nimble. They dropped as by a thunderstroke. What might, worthy Sebastian? Ah, what might? No more. And yet, methinks I see it in thy face. My strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head.
What? Art thou waking?
Do you not hear me speak?
I do.
Noble Sebastian, thou let's thy fortune sleep, die whilst thou art waking.
Prithee, say on.
Although this lord of weak remembrances professes to persuade the king his child's alive, 'tis as impossible that she's undrowned as he that slings her swims.
I have no hope that she's undrowned.
Ugh, out of that no hope. What great hope have you? Will you grant with me that Fernanda is drowned?
She's gone.
Tell me, who's the next heir of Naples?
Clarabelle.
She that is queen of Tunis. She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life. She that from whom we all were sea swallowed.
What stuff is this? 'Tis true, my brother's daughter.
Art foresees the danger that you, her friend, are in, and sends me forth, for else her project dies, to keep you living.
What's the matter? Whilst we stood here, securing your repose, even now, we heard a hollow burst of bellowing, like bulls, or rather lions.
I heard nothing.
Oh, 'twas a din to fright a monster's ear.
So, King, go safely on and seek thy wine.
All the infections which the sun sucks up from bogs, fens, flats on Prosper Fall, and make her by intramural a disease. Her spirits hear me, and yet I needs must curse.
Doth thou other mouth call me? Mercy, mercy, this is a devil and no monster!
Stephana! If thou be a Stephana, touch me and speak to me, for I'm my good friend Trincula.
If thou beest Trincula, come forth. Thou very art Trincula indeed. How camest thou to be the siege of this mooncalf? Can he vent Trinculas?
I took him to be killed with a thunderstroke. But art thou not drowned, Stephana? Oh, I hope now thou art not drowned. Oh, Stephana, to the Neapolitan skate. Keep a good tongue in your...
Thank my noble lord. Wilt thou be pleased to hearken once again to the suit I made to thee?
Marry will I, and so shall Trincula.
As I told thee before, I am subject to a tyrant that by her cunning hath cheated me of the island.
Thou liest!
Thou liest, thou jesting monkey! Oh, I would my valiant master would destroy thee.
Trincula! If you trouble him any more in his tail by this hand, I will supplant some of your teeth.
What? I said nothing.
Mum then! No more! Proceed.
I say, by sorcery she got this isle, From me she got it. With thy greatness will revenge it on her, for I know thou darest.
That's most certain.
Thou shalt be queen on it, and I'll serve.
How now shall this be compassed? Canst thou bring me to the party?
Yea, yea, my lord, I'll yield to thee asleep, or thou mayst knock a nail into her bead.
Thou liest! Thou canst not!
What a pied ninny's this! Thou scurvy patch! Oh, I do beseech thy greatness, give her blows and take the bottle from her.
Interrupt the monster! One more word further, and by this hand, I'll turn my mercy out of doors and make a stockfish of thee! I did nothing! I'll go further off. Thou liest!
Do I so?
As you like this! Give me the lie another time!
I did not give the lie! Out of your wits and bearing too! Talk to yourself!
Oh, beat her enough. After some time, I'll beat her too.
Stand further!
Proceed.
Well, as I told thee, 'tis a custom with her in the afternoon to sleep. There, thou mayst bring her, having first seized her books, or with a log, batter her skull, or paunch her with a stake, or cut her weazened with thy knife. Oh, remember first to possess her books, for without them she's but a sot, as I am, nor hath not one spirit to command. Burn but her books. And that most deeply to consider is the beauty of her daughter. She herself calls her a nonpareil. I never saw a woman but Sycorax, my dance, and she as far surpasseth Sycorax, as greatest does least.
Is it so, brave, alas?
Oh, I, my lord, she will become thy bed, I warrant, and bring thee forth brave brood.
Monster.
By the picture of nobody. If thou be'st a man, show thyself in thy likeness. Oh, forgive me my sin. Mercy upon us.
Art thou afeard?
No, monster, not I.
Be not afeard. The isle is full of noises, sounds, and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not. Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about mine ears, and sometimes voices that if I then had waked after long sleep, I cried to dream again.
This will prove a brave kingdom to me, where I shall have my music for nothing.
When Prospero is destroyed,
The sound is going away. Let's follow it, and after do our work. I would I could see this taper. He lays it on. I'll follow step enough.
when Prospero is destroyed,
Service did worthily perform, and I must use you in such another trick. Go bring the rabble, bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of mine art.
Each one tripping on his toe.
Dearly, my delicate Arial, do not approach till thou dost hear me call. Well,
I can see.
Most bounteous lady, thy rich leaves of wheat, rye, oats, vines and clustering bunches growing, plants with goodly burden bowing. Spring comes to you at the farthest, at the very end of the harvest. Scarcity and want shall shun you. Serious blessings always on you.
This is the most majestic vision and harmoniously charming. May I be bold to call these spirits?
spirits, by which mine art I have called from their confines to enact my I forgot that
strongly.
Never to this day saw I her touch with anger so distempered. You do look, miss, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful. Our revels now are ended. These, our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits, and are melted into air. Into thin air.
Left them in the filthy mantle pool beyond your cell. There, dancing up to the chins, that the foul lake overstood their feet.
This was well done, my bird. I go. A devil. A born devil on whose nature nurture can never stick. Go charge my goblins that with dry convulsions more pitch fat and made them than pard or catamounted. Roar! And let me hunted soundly. At this hour, now does my project gather to a head. My charms crack not, my spirits obey, and time goes upright with his carriage. How's the day?
On the 6th hour, at which time, my lady, you said our work should cease.
I did say so. How fares the king and his followers?
Confined together, in the same fashion as you gave in charge, just as you left them. All prisoners, ma'am. They cannot budge till your release. The king, his brother, and yours abide, all three distracted, and the remainder mourning over them, brimful of sorrow and dismay. That if you now beheld them, your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, ma'am, were I a human.
And mine shall. With my nobler reason, against my fury do I take part. The rarer action is in virtue, than in vengeance. Release them. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore. They shall be themselves.
I'll fetch them, ma'am.
Slips bell I lie, there I couch where owls do cry, on the bat's back I do fly. After summer, merrily, merrily, merrily shall I live now, under the blossom that hangs on the bough. To the kingship, invisible as thou art, there shall find the mariners asleep. Under the hatches the master and the boatswain, being awakened, bring them to this place, and presently, I prithee,
I drink the air before me and return or ere your pulse twice beat.
All torment, trouble, wonder, and amazement inhabits here. Some heavenly power guide us from this fearful country.
behold, Sir King, the wronged Duchess of Milan Prospero, and to thee and thy company, I bid a hearty welcome.
Whether thou beest she, I not know. Thy pulse beats as of flesh and blood, and since I saw thee, the affliction of my mind amends, with which I fear a madness held me.
Then to the elements. Be free. And fare thou well. crowned. She being thus Lord
Master, grave man, hail. I come to answer thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the curled clouds, to thy strong bidding task. Arial and all their quality.
Hast thou, spirit, performed to point the tempest that I bade thee?
To every article, we boarded the king, not a hair perished. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. And as thou badest me, in troops I have dispersed them about the isle. The king's girl have I landed by herself, whom I left cooling of the air with sighs,
Of the king's ship.
safely in harbor hid. The mariners all under hatches stowed, who with charm joined to their suffered labor, I left asleep.
Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed, but there's more work. What's the time of day?
Past the mid-season.
At least 2 glasses. The time twixt 6, and must by us both be spent most preciously.
Let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed in thee.
How now? Moody, what is it thou canst demand?
My liberty.
Before the time be out, no more.
I prithee, remember I have done thee worthy service, told thee no lies, made thee no mistakes, served without or grudge or grumbling.
Hast thou, spirit, forgot from what a torment I did free thee?
No, ma'am.
Thou liest, malignant thing, hast thou forgot the foul witch Sycorax?
No.
For mischiefs manifold and sorceries terrible to enter human hearing thou knowest was banished.
I, ma'am.
This green-eyed hag hither brought with child was here left by sailors. Thou my slave, as thou reportest thyself, was then her servant.
She can follow me into the floating pond, if you would take me without this, you came to claim a dozen.
It was mine art when I arrived and heard thee.
That made game the pine and let thee out.
I thank thee, ma'am.
If thou more murmurest, I will rend an oak and peg thee in its knotty entrails till thou hast howled away 12 winters.
Pardon, master. I will be correspondent to command and do my spiriting gently.
Do so, and I will discharge thee.
That's my noble master. What shall I do? Say what? What shall I do?
Go make thyself like a nymph of the sea. Be subject to no sight but thine and mine, invisible to every eyeball else. Go take this shape, and hither come in it. Go hence with diligence.
My lady, it shall be done.
Thou most poisonous.
Where should this music be? In the air or the earth? It sounds no more. And sure, it waits upon some god of the island, sitting on a bank, weeping again, the king, my father's wreck. This music crept by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion.
Oh, fathom five, thy father lies, of his bones are coral made, those are pearls that were his eyes,
This did he
nothing
just before my drowned father.
that doth fed, but not suffer a sea change. Sea nymphs hourly ring his knell. Hark, now I hear them, hark, now I hear them ding, ding, dong, dong, bell.
And say what thou seest here.
What is it? A spirit? Believe me, ma'am, it carries a brave form.
No wench it eats and
I'm the best neighbors. Mine beheld the king, my father, wrecked.
Mercy!
a word, good good child, you've done yourself some wrong.
Why speaks my mother so ungently? This is the third woman that e'er I saw, the first that e'er I sighed for. Pity moved my mother to be inclined my way. A syllable.
As we put them on in Africa.
Such a paragon to their queen.
Not since Widow Dido's time.
A pox of that widow Dido.
Sir, we were talking now that our garments seem as fresh as when we put them on at the marriage of your daughter.
What? All so soon asleep? I wish mine eyes would themselves shut up my thoughts. I find they are inclined to do so.
Please you, sir, do not omit the heavy offer of it.
We too, my lord, will guard your person while you take your rest and watch your safety.
Thank you. Wondrous heavy.
What strange drowsiness possesses them.
It is the quality of the climate.
Why doth it not then our island sink? I find not myself disposed to sleep.
Nor I. My spirits are nimble. They dropped as by a thunderstroke. What might, worthy Sebastian? Ah, what might? No more. And yet, methinks I see it in my face. My strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon my head.
What? Art thou waking?
Do you not hear me speak?
I do.
Noble Sebastian, now let's thy fortune sleep, die whilst thou art waking.
Pretty. Say on.
Although this lord of weak remembrances professes to persuade the king his child's alive, it is as impossible that she's undrowned as he that sleeps here swims.
I have no hope that she's under.
Oh, how does that no hope? What great hope have you? Will you grant with me that Fernanda is drowned?
She's gone.
Tell me, who's the next heir of Naples?
Clara.
She that is queen of Tunis. She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life. She that from whom we all were sea
What
swallowed.
stuff is this? 'Tis true, my brother's daughter, queen of Tunis. So is she heir of Naples, twixt which regions there is some space.
A space whose every cubit seems to cry out, how shall that Clarabelle measure us back to Naples? Keep in Tunis and let Sebastian wake. Oh, did you bore the mind that I do? What a sleep her friend are in and sends me forth, for else her project dies to keep you living.
With him, he's present for any emperor that ever trod on meat's leather.
Do not torment me. I prithee, I'll bring my wood home fast.
He's in his fit now, and does not talk after the wisest. He shall taste my bottle, and will go near to remove his fit.
Oh, now prosper works upon me.
Open your chaps. This will shake your shaking.
I should know that voice. But she is drowned, and these are devils undefended.
Four legs and two voices! A most delicate monster! His forward voice now is to speak well of his friend.
Keep a good tongue in your head.
I thank my noble lord. Will thou be pleased to hearken once again to the suit I made thee?
Marry will I, and so shall treat you up.
Subject to a tyrant, that by her cunning hath cheated me of the island.
Thou liest!
Thou liest, thou jesting monkey! Oh, I wish my valiant master would destroy thee.
Trinculum! If you trouble in any more its tail by this hand, I will supplant some of your teeth. What? I said nothing! Mum then, no more. Proceed.
I say, by sorcery she got this isle. From me she got it. If thy greatness will revenge it on her, for I know thou darest.
That's most certain.
Thou shalt...
Do I so? That! As you like this!
Get me to lie another time!
Did not get the lie!
Out of your wits and bearing too! Ha!
enough. After some time, I'll be her too.
Stand further. Proceed.
This is the tune of our catch, played by the picture of nobody.
Thou beast a man, show thyself in thy likeness. Oh, forgive me my sin. Mercy upon us.
Art thou feared?
No, monster, not I.
Be not afeard. The isle is full of noises, sounds, and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not. Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about mine ears, and sometimes voices that if I then had waked after long sleep, I'd cry to dream again.
This will prove a brave kingdom to me, for I shall have my music for nothing.
When Prospero is destroyed,
The sound is going away. Let's follow it, and after do our work.
Oh, I would I could see this taborer. He lays it on.
Don't follow, Stephanos.
when Prospero is destroyed,
Music.
Give us timekeepers. Heavens, what are these?
A living drollery. Now, I will believe there are unicorns.
I'll believe. And what does else want credit come to me, and I'll be sworn 'tis true. Travelers never did lie.
I should say I saw such islanders who, though they are of monstrous shape, yet note their manners are more gentle kind than of our human generation.
Honest Lord, thou hast said well. For some of you there present are worse than devils.
I cannot too much muse, although they want the use of tongue, kind of excellent dumb discourse.
They vanished, strangely.
No matter, for we have stomachs.
Not I.
Faith, sir, you need not fear.
You are 3 men of sin, whom destiny that hath to instrument this lower world and what is in it, the never surfeited sea hath caused to belch of you, and on this island being most unfit to live. You fools! My fellows are ministers of fate. The elements of whom your swords are tempered may as well wound the loud winds. But remember that you 3 from Milan did supplant good Prospero and your innocent child, for which foul deed the powers, delaying, not forgetting, have incensed the seas and shores, yea, all the creatures against your peace. Thee of thy child Alonso, they have bereft, and do pronounce by me, lingering perdition, worse than any death.
Bravely the figure of this harpy hast thou performed, my Arial. A grace it had devouring, and these mine enemies are all knit up in their distractions. They now are in my power.
In the name of something holy, sir.
And I must use you in such another trick. Go bring the rabble, bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of my heart.
Each one tripping on his toe. Do you love me, master? No?
Dearly, my delicate Ariel. Do not approach the loudest, hear me call.
Well, then I conceive. Look, thou be true.
The strongest oaths are straw. To fire in the blood, be more abstemious.
The white cold virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardor of my liver.
Most bounteous lady, thy rich leaves of wheat, rye, oats, and heavenly bow. How does my bounteous sister at the very end of the harvest, scarcity and want shall shun you, series, blessings, stories.
I forgot that foul conspiracy. confederacy of the beast Caliban.
So full of valor that they smote the air for breathing in their faces, beat the ground for kissing of their feet. Then I charmed their ears at calf-like. They my lowing followed with tooth briars, sharp furs as pricking goss and thorns which entered their frail shins. At last, I left them in the filthy mantled pool beyond the cell. There, dancing.
This was well done, my bird.
I go.
A devil. A born devil on whose nature nurture can never stick. I will plague them all. Go charge my goblins, that with dry convulsions more pitch-spotted make them than Pard or Cat Mountain! Let them be hunted soundly! At this hour now does my project gather to a head. My charms crack not, my spirits obey, and time goes upright and with his carriage. How's the day?
On the 6th hour, at which time, my lady, you said our work should cease.
I did say so. How fares the king and his followers?
Confined together, in the same fashion as you gave in charge, just as you left them. All prisoners, ma'am. They cannot budge till your release. The king, his brother, and yours abide all three distracted, and the remainder mourning over them. Brimful, sorrow, and dismay that if you now beheld them, your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, ma'am, were I human.
And mine shall. With my nobler reason, against my fury do I take part. The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. Release them. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll fetch them, ma'am.
Indeed. Most cruelly didst thou Alonso use me and my daughter. Thy brother was a furtherer in thy act. Thou art pinched for it now, Sebastian. Flesh and blood, you sister mine that entertained ambition, expelled remorse and nature, who with Sebastian would here have killed your king. I do forgive thee, unnatural though thou art.